Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. And today we got ourselves another update on the Ripple v SEC lawsuit. And guys, I have also been thinking about doing a face reveal. What do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments down below. And also make sure you press that like button. That's all I'm saying. All right, let's get to it. The Dear Judge Nedburn. We've read this so many times by now. There's actually two things which came out today, guys. 388 and 389. And also Crypto Law posted two things. I think that's actually it, though. Only two new pieces of information. So the first one is just add to our document library the SEC letter with submission of 3 additional documents ordered for an in-camera review. The SEC again insists the documents are covered by the deliberative process privilege and irrelevant, despite Judge Nedburn having ordered them to be added to her in-camera review. So that's basically document number 1, which again, guys, we will cover in great depth, do not worry. And document number 2 is just added to our document library. The SEC letter plus exhibits to Judge Torres requesting extension of expert discovery to January 14, 2022, the letter notes Ripple opposes the extension and rejected a compromise of December 22nd. Oh, my days. Oh, okay. Never mind, guys. This is going to get really tiresome. So I wanted to be kind of hyped up. I was feeling excited. Then again, reading this makes me so tired, guys. It makes me so absolutely tired. You know what? Because what we just read is the SEC trying to stall it yet again. I am not kidding. I am not joking. This is not a fairy tale. No. The SEC is trying to stall it. So right now the phase that we're in is expert discovery. And it supposedly ends November 12th. However, apparently the SEC wanted 2 additional months to actually get into some contact with experts. Who knows? We're going to see in just a second. Let's quickly cover document number 1, and then we'll head over into document number 2, which I personally think has a bigger effect on the price. But actually, guys, before we go into any of that, make sure you check out Bybit. A link is down below. It's the exchange that I personally use for leverage trading. And there's also right now a about 50,000 XRP giveaway only for my followers. And you might want to check that out. As I said before, a link is down below. All right. Let's quickly check it out. So I actually already know exactly what these documents say, but I'm not exactly sure in what best way I can summarize it. So let's quickly go over the different points, and then I'll give you guys a rundown. The DPP protects the additional documents. Additional document number 1, December 2018 email protected by DPP. So right now there's 3 different documents that the SEC has to hand over to the judge. And right now, for all 3 of those things, the SEC is basically saying that they are within their rights to keep that documentation from the judge because, well, I guess from the courts or from Ripple, because it's stuff that's supposedly hidden on the basis of some sort of privilege. And there's 3 additional things or 3 documents. An email chain, number 1 was a email itself, and number 3 was most likely the William Hinman thing. Yeah, another email chain in 2019. Additional document number 3 consists of a September 19th email, September 5th, 2019 email, to staff of the SEC's division under William Hinman for a distributed ledger technology firm seeking possible no-action relief from the SEC regarding transactions in certain digital assets other than Bitcoin, Ether, and XRP. The SEC staff forwarded the email internally to the SEC staff on September 9th. While the SEC produced the external email, the SEC redacted the internal deliberations of SEC staff. The redacted text consists of notes by Michael Reedich embedded in a September 5th email, but not to be sent outside the U.S., as well as September 9th email by Mark Villardo, both senior staff members of the Division of Corporation Finance. Additional document 3 was produced in response to defendants' request that the SEC produce documents related to meetings with the firms. Although internal informal SEC emails are not subject to court's prior orders, the SEC agreed to defendants' requests, again in an attempt to spare the court from further litigation. Defendants now seek to pierce the privilege on the SEC's internal and plainly deliberative communications. So Once more, the SEC claims now that whatever they've discussed should stay hidden. I can understand where they're coming from in the sense that if it's really internals and it has like there's no real further output basically from the SEC as an official entity, but just like internal meetings, for example, internal communications, or just like a send through, I can understand. But even if it's just like, for example, SEC individuals, like so SEC individual employees, whatever they say about it, it matters. And that's the difficult battle that we're facing right now. What matters and what should they be held accountable for, basically. And then there's no justification to override the DPP. So they claim that deliberative process privilege is the one, and there's no reason to go over it. So that's basically the two reasonings right here. Okay, let's go into article number 2, which is most important if you ask me. Dear Judge Torres, again, is this still Judge Netburn? I'm not actually sure. This is still Judge Netburn. This is Judge Torres. This is because Judge Netburn, the way that I get it right now, these are two different judges, actually deals with everything before the next phase, and Judge Torres deals with the bigger parts. So I believe Judge Netburn, she does all the small things, right? Everything that's basically before the big decision time. And then Judge Torres, she does the big time, basically. Analicia Torres. Pursuant to rule, but it could also be the other way around, but I think it's this way. Pursuant to rule IC, of this court's individual practices, plaintiff SEC respectfully requests that the court extend the expert rebuttal report deadline to November 12th, 2021, and the expert discovery deadline from November 12th to January 14th, 2022, to permit the parties sufficient time to prepare rebuttal reports and depose a minimum of 14 expert witnesses. In this case, alleging the defendant Ripple Labs, together with individual Garlinghouse and Larson, made over $1 billion in unlawfully registered or unregistered security offerings, the SEC's proposed extension would complete expert discovery as to Ripple within 11 months of the amended complaint's filing and within approximately 10 months of Ripple's answer. Ripple consents to an extension of the rebuttal report deadline until November 12th, but opposes the January 14th deposition deadline. As set forth below, a proposed order is attached as Exhibit A. The request extension would not affect any other deadlines in the case, and the parties previously jointly requested for an extension of the expert discovery deadline based on the need to reschedule an individual defendant's deposition due to unexpected illness of his attorney. The court granted the parties' request and in the same order adjourned Cindy, the deadline for the parties to exchange their respective statements of material facts pursuant to local rule, and the pre-motion letters regarding motions for summary judgment, pending resolutions of the individual defendant's motions to dismiss and the SEC's motion to strike Ripple's fair notice affirmative defense. Ripple consents to the SEC's request to extend rebuttal, as we said before, to November 12th, but Ripple opposes the request to extend the close of expert discovery, which is the phase which we're in. I guess we're kind of in the phase of both, right? Because both things happen now, I guess. Expert discovery until January 14th, 2022, and intends to file its opposition to this letter on October 18th, based on Ripple's earlier position that it would not accept any extension to the discovery schedule. The SEC offered a compromise to December, but again, Ripple rejected that offer as well. In doing so, Ripple now claims that extending the expert discovery schedule beyond December 10th, 2021, a date Ripple claims would provide sufficient time for the parties to complete a minimum of 14 expert dispositions in 18 business days, given the Thanksgiving holiday, would likely impact the briefing schedule for summary judgment motion and a certainty. However, as set forth above, there's no such schedule in light of the court's latest order on the issue. So I think this is pretty simple once more. The SEC wants to extend things so they can properly talk about all of this with their, I guess, experts or witnesses, whatever you want to call them. I call it a last measure to get some additional time, to get some additional info. And that's once more. You do this type of stuff when you really think you might score a slam dunk. So they might think they really can get some crazy info that you need to think about longer. Or because you don't know how to prepare for summary judgment just quite yet. So as far as I've now read it, it's like the SEC doesn't exactly know what they want to sue Ripple for this, so they have to kind of try some stuff out. The difficult part in that becomes as well, once push comes to shove and you have nothing, you kind of got to show something, you know? You kind of got to show exactly what you're suing some party for. So if you have nothing, well, you need extra time to figure something out, right? And I kind of believe that that's exactly what we're seeing here and now. They just don't have anything, they just have to try. But again, guys, that was it for today's video. It's not really too crazy of an update. In terms of annoyance, I'm going to say it's pretty annoying. In terms of price impact, I'm going to say relatively low. Otherwise, we would have most likely already seen it. I'm still long like crazy on XRP, as you guys most likely know. I'm also crazy long on Bitcoin right now. All over on Bybit. That's where I'm buying. I guess that's it for today. Hopefully, you guys all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe. And I will definitely see you guys again in another crypto video.